Hey, it's me here, Regina, and in this video I'm going to be talking about such a wide topic as bullying. It's not something I would typically be focusing on or talking about, I guess, but I have something to say about this. And this topic has been brought up to my attention lately a lot. And because of that, I've done a little bit of digging deeper and just checking out what's being said about it and what's being talked about it. And as great as it is to bring to awareness this topic and different aspects of it, I see that there is one aspect that's not talked much about. In fact, I didn't really see it being as a main focus in any of the articles or videos that I saw. Maybe they're out there, but the fact that I saw all kinds of others and none on about this, which I'm gonna tell you in a few minutes, tells me that it's not the most popular aspect to talk about, and I feel like it is really important. Let's start with what is talked about a lot. Is first, it's been brought to awareness that the fact that bullying has happened and it is happening around the world. It's just a fact. And there's a lot of talk about how it happens, the different ways of it happening in different situations, how it happens. Then another thing that's talked a lot about is the results, what it results in, what it feels like, how it makes people feel. It's mostly really young people, how it makes them feel, and it's always really a negative feeling, some kind of negative feeling that it brings up, and in many cases suicide is a result of bullying. Another thing that's talked and brought to awareness a lot is stop bullying, and in a sense that don't be a bully, and if you see somebody being bullied, then stick up for them, in that sense. Now, what isn't talked about that much is confidence and building confidence. What I mean by that is, let's see, a confident person. What the traits of a confident person? The most significant, most main trait of a confident person is they have a healthy sense of self-worth, self-value. They know their value. It's something that's like they feel it. It's just there, and it is not like a thing. It's not tangible, but it's that feeling, that knowing. And healthy, I mean, because there is also unhealthy confidence, which would be being in ego and feeling like, yes, I'm so cool and others aren't, or I am the best, but in a kind of like cocky, snobby kind of way. That I would call it unhealthy confidence. But healthy confidence is really valuing ourselves, knowing our value, knowing we are worth something, not in a tangible way worth something, but that our lives, just because we are alive, we are worthy, we just that feeling. And for each person, it probably feels like a little bit kind of slightly different, but that's what it is. And then now with that said, what else is traits of confident person? How does it look? The confident person does not base opinions about themselves on the opinions of other people about them. Like their sense of their own value is not based on other people, what other people say about them, because they know better. They know who they are and their value. Confident people do not have that need or tendency to please others. Because what pleasing others is really, people doing something the way other people would like them to do, in hopes that will make them likable. So it's kind of like they have to do something to be liked by others. It's not okay for them to be themselves, but they have to please other people to be liked. Confident person doesn't do that. Person who is not confident, they do have a tendency, a very huge tendency to please others. Also, getting back to previous point, they do base their opinions and thoughts of themselves on what other people say about them and to them. What else about confident people? Confident people do not blindly accept, kind of goes along with the previous two. They don't blindly accept what's said to them about them. They kind of filter it through their own system, their own knowingness, what's being said to them. It doesn't mean they don't get upset about what's said to them about them, if it's something negative or bad, but they sort of have that ability. With the confidence in themselves that comes that ability to be able to filter it through, to work through it in a positive way, in a kind of solution kind of way. It might take longer, it may take not so long, depends from each situation, but they do have that ability, because confidence just comes with that ability. It's kind of like this natural process. Another important trait of a confident person is they do not quit by the first setback, like whatever it is they are doing. Person who is not confident can easily give up if something is just not working out with the first attempt. And also about the previous, and person who is not confident, they don't have that sense of self-worth, and they don't have that sort of a filter yet, or they haven't discovered that filter within themselves. They blindly accept what is said to them or about them as truth. Now, with all this said, if people of any age were healthy, confident in themselves, know their value, know their worth, if they were to be bullied, they would be able to handle it somehow in a positive way. If they were to be bullies, they wouldn't get to that point, because there wouldn't be that need to pick on others, because again, of that, well, having that healthy confidence, it also comes with that recognition of other people and value in other people. So it wouldn't come to that point. And the fact is, like I mentioned before, the bullying has happened, is happening, and I am pretty sure it is going to happen for quite some time in the future as well, because it's quite the beginning stage of this awareness of all this bullying happening. So it always takes time to work on it, work through it. And I can say, even from my own personal experience, even though a lot of the bullying that's talked about is among young people and in schools, the bullying happens in among adults as well. And also it happens like, again, my own experience. I Since age 7, 8, I was bullied by an adult for years. And I won't go into detail here because that's not my main point, but to tell my story here. But my point is that I have experienced it. So if I've experienced it, I'm pretty sure there are people out who have experienced that as well. And it has happened, it is happening, it will be happening for quite some time, as much as I would like to be like stopped forever, like right now. And I feel that this confidence building is most important, as adults who have interaction with children, who are, I don't know, parents, guardians, teachers. I think that's something that we can do to help young people, and if we are adults, we can, work on it ourselves, on the confidence building. And here, the first most important thing that we can do, I'm gonna tell it now, in my opinion, is to, well, like I said, confidence, self-worth, self-value. Here is what I call embracing our uniqueness, because it's, again, fact, very well proven from around the world, of all kinds of walks and talks of people, that each one of us do come with the natural ability, being good at something. And the more we are encouraged to develop it, the more we, again, if we talk about children, if the more, as adults, because children do depend from adults who are around them and involved with them, and their family, guardians, teachers, like I said, the more we encourage them doing what they are naturally good at. And if they don't know it yet, if we don't know it yet, then provide that space somehow for them to explore it. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be a family. It's great if it is family. But the fact also is that in many, many cases, it won't be family. It's gonna be somebody else, because it's just life. It's just the way things have been and are. People are different, and well, as long as there's one person who is there for children to encourage them to explore their natural abilities and work on them and develop them and do more of what they are good. And as adults, if we have forgotten our self-worth, if we don't have that self-worth, it goes the same for adults, that the more we do what we are naturally good at, the more we work on it, the more we do something with it, the more we express it, the better it makes us feel. And again, it's the natural thing that happens. There's nothing from the outside that can give it that feeling. It comes from within. The more we do that, the better we feel about ourselves, and the more that healthy self-worth, self-value grows, and all the good and juicy and cool stuff that comes with it. But that's the start. That's the beginning. That's the start for building that confidence in ourselves, about ourselves. And the more we do that, it's going to take to a next step. And for each person, it's going to be, again, something different. What would be the next step in developing it and strengthening it? Because like with everything, really, again, a fact, the more we do something, the better we become, and the better we get at it. And the more we learn, the more new things, new aspects of whatever it is we're working on, we learn about it. And the same with confidence. We're going to learn what our strengths are and what aren't our strengths, and then what can we do about it and how to go about it. And then it's just one step at a time, but this is a start in confidence building. And then if somebody comes to us, like if we are in that space of being bullied, or somebody tries to bully us, also children, then it's not, they can't be crashed down as easily if there is not that confidence or self-worth at all. And again, it's the gradual thing usually, but this is a start. And I think it's really, really important, because it's something that within us, and each one of us can work on it. And like I said, if we are working with children, or we are around children, if we are in the position of, in whatever shape or form around children, that's something we can do for them to build it, because that's the root, in my opinion, for handling the bullying situation in any age. And so here you have it. Here is my take and thoughts on bullying and what is important. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear what you think, and maybe what has helped you if you've been in that kind of position, and anything else really. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.